Okay. My goodness. Welcome to another month. Oh, Mike. Wednesday. Clap it up for yourselves. Making it. Numbers have been very thin lately. I blame white people. I'm just kidding. I don't know, it's just weird, man. People just blowing up and they just forget about me. Charity Kirkby forgot about me. You know, the Calvin Von Crush forgot about me. You know, Brandon, everybody. So it's about time. That's why next week I'm not going to be here. Kevin Doty's going to be here. And Emily's actually going to be co-hosting with you. She's going to do some type of tour drive thing. I'm like, hey, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But what we discuss is still not going to change. I'm just keeping it at that. So that doesn't change anything. But, yeah. So hopefully Emily and Kevin can rescue Mike and bring some people back. You know, I haven't seen Dan in a long time. Am I really about to do personal jokes with you guys? Is this what I'm really doing? I mean, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm just playing. It's good to see everybody back again. Last year I weighed 230 pounds. And I got a girlfriend. Now I weigh 252 pounds. Is that what happens, man? You know, I was working out. You know, I had like a nice routine going. You know, just eat and copulate. That's it. You know, it's just eat and fuck and eat. And no particular. Sometimes we fuck while eating. You know what I'm saying? And I'm eating eggs and bacon off her back as I'm hitting it from the back. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool thing, man. When you're in a serious relationship, it's just like. I know. Costner's in one. I think Kevin got a new girl lately, right? Yeah. I know. Dan's like overall. Besides Chad, Chad's the only one he's still a man whore. You know what I mean? But when you got somebody, it's just like everything that you do, you have to have them in mind. Like that's like a weird thing, especially not being a swinger or whore for so long. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, gotta bring her to parties now. That's pretty cool. She's petite. She's Puerto Rican, right? She's petite, and she's a prosecutor. So that means I'm never going to win an argument with her ever. You know, it's impossible. Her nickname is, "You're right, baby. You're right. You are right." And she cooks for me all the time. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So I can't anymore just indiscriminately go out and just eat anywhere all willy-nilly. You know, eating is almost cheating. I have myself a snack tonight, and I go home, and the first question my girl will ask me is like, "Let me smell your breath. Is that Chick-fil-A in your collar?" Like, no, that's pussy. I didn't say I wouldn't cheat. I said I wouldn't eat anything else, man. Nah, I never cheat. I look at her with those big, beautiful, pretty eyes. I could never cheat on her. That much, you understand what I'm saying? This is the most faithful I've ever been in 2 months. So we've been together since June, you know what I mean? Nah, I would never do that. Nah, I would never do that. That's the thing, if you've been like a single man whore like myself for so long, what are some of the things that you can do to stay faithful to your lady? You know, what are some of the things that you can do? You know what I mean? Instead of sending them dirty text messages to those hoes, send a dirty text message to your lady, you know what I'm saying? When you walk by, instead of groping those holes at work, grope your lady. Whisper something nasty in your lady's ear. Use your imagination sometimes. That's what you got to do to keep it faithful, keep it fresh. Sometimes I use my imagination. Like the other night, I was making love to my lady. I was making love to my lady. I was making love to my lady. But I was thinking about somebody else. Is that cheating? You know, I can't ask you because you're a freak. You know what I'm saying? Like, most normal women, they'll be like, that's cheating because my body's in the right place, but my mind is in the wrong place, you know. And I can understand that argument. So let's give another scenario. What if by happenstance I should happen to fall into the clutches of temptation? And I'm making love to another woman, making love to another woman, making love to another woman. But I'm thinking about my lady. Is that faithful? No, I just said no, you know. Right, it isn't faithful, you know. And my girlfriend hates that joke, and she's a licensed carrier. And if it becomes true, you four will be my pallbearers, carry me in the casket. Oh man, there's fat asses everywhere now. BBLs is like, even men have BBLs, man. What the fuck is going on? It's like a booty cheek brigade, you know, man. My woman she has modest buns, though. You know, I think that's the universe's way of just keeping me intact. And if she had a fat ass, I would just quit the mic. I wouldn't even do this shit no more. I got the your girlfriend turns you, or your wife turns you on too much, and your significant other, it has to be like some type of balance. It can't be they can't be like, you know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say? They can't be a perfect 10, because you just want to fuck them all the time. So you need some type of limitation. Missing eye, flat ass, AIDS. You need something that's going to make you not want to get it as much. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, she's beautiful. Real short, very tired, man. I had to get away from the dating apps, man. Like these dating app jokes was cool when I was 35, but I'm like 45 still doing dating app jokes. That sucks when you're 45 and you're unaccomplished. You know, you're still trying to get pussy on these dating apps, man. Me, it was tough. I'm pot belly and bald headed. I don't got that much money, man. I'm like a McDonald's hot dog. I'm not the first choice. Who the hell goes to McDonald's and that's their first item they want? You know what I'm saying? Like Big Mac, nah. You know what I'm saying? Filet-O-Fish. Nah, let me get that Frankfurter that fell on the floor that's kind of crunchy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am. McDonald's hot dogs, they don't sell them shits like in Japan and China. And we see how weird their porn is. Their porn is strange, man. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice like Japanese pornography, like the genitals are always pixelated? Like they always blur out, like the genitals are always pixelated, but I realized that's not computer animation, you know what I'm saying? That's deformities from radiation, from Hiroshima, you know what I'm saying? I haven't done that one in a fucking long time. Reaching into my bag real deep. Pot belly, bald headed, man. And I got a woman makes like 4 times the money that I make, you know? I'm mildly funny. You know what I mean? I'm definitely, you know, the thing that puts me ahead the most is just being faithful. A lot of you ladies, you're like men that make like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you have way more vaginal options. You know what I'm saying? You have to get yourself a broke guy. His pockets may not be valuable, but his faithful penis is priceless. You can't find that anywhere. Whenever I want to cheat, I just beat my dick like a stove something. You know what I mean? I'm just... Like X, that's what it is. That's why like, Elon Musk thought he was slick when he changed the title of Twitter to X. You know what I mean? He need to add 2 more X's. That's all you see on there is just porn. That's just freedom of speech. It should be freedom of freaks. That's what it really is, man. I thought that was Desi Banks for a second, man. That should be crazy. I know, no, they don't know who Desi Banks is. I know you because you're black, of course you know. And he knows too, you know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know, something for the fellas, man. I gotta ask y'all something, man. Like, what's your football team? What's your sports team? Minnesota Vikings. What about you, Doug, man? What's your team?
I like Rams.
You like Rams, right? You got any side teams though, like a team you like on the side? Side teams. Used to be, but right now, for the most part, men don't have side teams though. You ask me, what's your side team? What the fuck you talking about? What you talking about what my side team is, man? I'm all about my team, motherfucker. I can only like my team. But them same dudes be having side bitches though. But you got side bitches, chill. That's how men are with their barbers too, you know what I'm saying? They be faithful for the same barber for 40 years. Be faithful for their girl for 5 minutes. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm trying to think of some stuff that oh yeah, Biden pardoned his son that did crack. They found crack. What's worse? Finding like semen in the White House or cocaine in the White House? You know what I'm saying? Like,
where's the semen?
the semen was in that shit was in the Oval Office, and I think the cocaine was on the Oval Office table. I think. Sounds like a really good party. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Bill Clinton, man. That dude was like 80. He's still like flirting with politicians. She's like, she's a real beautiful lady, but she's Republican. Fuck that bitch. That voice kind of turns me on. How you doing, bro? Great. How's it going? I'm like pulling my pants down and shit and stuff like this. That's kind of gay, I know. No Diddy. As long as you say no Diddy, you know what I'm saying? It's not all the way. My 49ers suck ass. Yeah, we're terrible now. We're fucking terrible, man. I don't know. I just hate everything, man. It's cold. Like, as soon as December hit, like the temperature dropped 30 degrees, man. Right now, if you don't got yourself a big girl, you done fucked up. They all out of stock right now. You understand? Like a big girl, trying to get a big girl right now is trying to get a space heater right now. It's nothing in the stores, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got them, because it's the perfect time to get yourself a big girl. Then when the temperature heats back up, you put her in the closet, you know, get yourself a slim air conditioning woman. You know, I don't know. Let me see, if I got anything I want to talk about in here. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to do this one last joke, and I'm going to bring up our first comedian, man. I was talking about the ass cheeks, the BBL. Like, fat asses are wonderful, man. I'm not even going to lie, man. The only thing a woman needs in order to have a productive relationship for at least, like, 2 weeks is a fat ass. She could be born with no head, no arms, no torso. She could just be born with just butt cheeks, legs, feet. You'll still have dudes lined up trying to put a ring on her toes. Talking about, can I have your foot in marriage? Your pedicure is so perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You ever notice like women with fat asses, they get away with everything. You never seen a woman with a fat ass get a lengthy jail sentence. I can't think in the history of a woman with a fat ass getting a lengthy jail sentence. Because imagine if you had like a real fat ass, you can kill this man in cold. Actually, no way. You can probably get away with it because he's black. You can kill a man. You can kill this white man in cold blood, and they got all the evidence on you. And you have the trial, and right before the sentencing, right before the verdict, you're gonna twerk your way to freedom, man. Twerk your way to freedom. Twerk your way to freedom. That joke sucked. I know it sucked. Ass jokes suck ass. It's all good, man. That's why I hate when women with fat asses wear long coats. Don't you hate that shit? That the ass be all big and they got the coat just covering that shit, man. You know what I mean? That's like turning the lights off on the Sistine Chapel. We gotta see the works of the world. You know what I'm saying? What if a dude was about to like take his own life and the only thing he needed to see was a fat ass one time? That was the one thing that he needed to see to blow his brains out, but you insecure with your booty cheeks covered up, man. You're doing a disservice to God. Listen, we're going to have a fun time tonight. For the comments that noticed, I have a new mic stand here. It's kind of weird. And I'm struggling with it myself. But if you want to adjust it, it's this one, the middle one right here. This middle thing right here. You see where I'm twisting it and lifting and tightening right here? It's not this one. It's not the first one. I made this tight as shit on purpose. It's this one right here. So you just give it a little loosen and you know, it's just up and down, up and down. You're like, yeah, you get it. I forgot I can't do this freaky shit with you because like, the joke works better if you're like uncomfortable, but you're just like, yes, baby, just do it. You're like Mona from Who's the Boss. You're such a freak. There's a choice you're taking, a choice not taking. Choice is up to you, my friends. That's the song. Is that? No, is that Family Ties? That's the one. Is that Who's the Boss song? No, I was singing Family Ties. I was singing Charles in charge of our days and our day. I'm having a 45-year-old moment. Koska, you're not that far behind in age, so stop fucking judging me. You're like 40. So get the fuck out of here, Kyle. That's hilarious. Hey, coming at the first on stage, hey guys, not that many of us. 10 minutes, you don't have to do the whole 10, give or take. Since it's not that many of us, I'm gonna put together some topics for a riff bowl at the end if you want to riff on a couple topics, man. Coming first to the stage, very, very funny, Chad Lynn. That's the lowest it goes.
Yeah, that's fine. He's like, oh, that's as low as it goes. I get mad. It's not Ray coming up here, man. Come on, man. Yeah, what up, guys? So I just heard the Ben Ortiz for a second. That's not good. I'll just get this right off the top. How come all midgets' faces look like that? I like that question just because I don't have to explain a damn thing. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly. Now I think about it, if I had a girlfriend, I probably would have just asked her that instead of you guys. And then I'd probably be single again. She's like, why are you thinking about midgets when you're fucking me? My name is Chad Lennon. It's not a stage name. I got accused of that being a stage name recently by another comic. Like, first off, if that wasn't my name, why would I choose the name Chad Lennon to go by? It's not a good name. I don't think that's a good name. I'm not a smart person. I'm pretty dumb, but I'm not as dumb as my parents were. You know, like, Chad Lennon's not a good name. This comic kept accusing me, kept bothering me, so I just gave him my ID. I was like, dude, just look, it's my name. He looks and he goes, oh yeah, Chad Lennon. John Lennon. I was like, uh-huh. He goes, did you know him? I was like, John Lennon? The guy that died 18 years before I was born? I missed my shot on that one. Which is ironic, because if I knew him, probably would have been a shooter. So, you know, that's been a while. It was 1980, like I said, 18 years before I was born. But there was news that just came out about John Lennon's shooting, because there was a witness to it that held in what John Lennon's last words were. So it was a big story, and he finally released it. There was this huge build-up to it. And you guys ready for John Lennon's last words, right? His last words were, I'm shot. It's that kind of anticlimactic for one of the best lyricists in the world, no? Could have given us something a little bit better. He didn't have to go crazy. Didn't have to get shot and be like, help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. But he could have given us something, you know? He gets shot, maybe he's like, I'm shot! Cuckoo, ka-choo, and then drops, like... So one of his heroes was Little Richard, and that dude was a showman to the day he died. Even his last shows, he was playing piano with his dick and shit, jumping up and down, Little Richard stuff. If that dude got shot, he definitely, without hesitation, would have been like, I'm shot! Wop, 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 and boom, with his last breath. Like, that would have been Little Richard's last words, and it would have been a better story. I'm not advocating for shooting Little Richard instead of Little John. They're both dead, so I guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Little John. Little John, Little Richard. Sorry, I mixed up black dudes. I don't know if you guys can tell already, but I am poor. I don't know if you guys see the Dickies on my head. Was this a Dickies hat today? Yeah, that's poor shit. That's like when I'm like, I got some new work stuff. No, you went to Walmart. I am poor, and it sucks being poor when you have rich friends, because my friends are rich and they get to like brag about shit that I can't relate to. Like, one of my friends is really into collecting baseball cards. He's bragging the other day, he's like, oh, I got like 10 grand into collecting cards right now. And I've never had 10 grand into collecting money, so I don't really like where he's coming at with that, you know? I'm not gonna do the homeless stuff, because it's not run. I am not poor enough to not have a car though. I do drive, so watch out on the way home. I was driving the other day, I saw a bumper sticker that said, my son's in the Coast Guard. It's like, wow, you guys are really running out of shit to brag about these days, huh? It's like, oh, your son has a boating license, is what you pretty much said? It's just like that other bumper sticker that says, "This car climbed Mount Washington." It's like, your life is exciting to the point where driving uphill is your thing? Because if that's true, your life must be an uphill battle, to be honest. Like, you're probably reaching for anything every day. Yeah, I'm a judgy piece of shit, I get it. By the way, this whole time, I'm gonna be scared that a midget's gonna pop out of one of these fucking gift boxes. And it's not gonna be that less of a fair fight. These could probably fuck me up. Alright, so, you guys, everybody have like that big story when they were in high school, like the craziest thing about your school, your class, or whatever? Because our high school story, was a girl in my grade, there was a guy that stuck a popsicle into a girl's pussy in the school. And it got around like wildfire. Like, it was the big story. And like, even like the horniest time of my life, I knew that was weird. What I did know was that the lunch lady was gonna be telling about what we were doing. I didn't need people to know that being a lunch lady were cool like that. And you know, with that said, I am a picky eater. So, I'm a picky eater to the point where like, I don't even have to try something, I won't like it. Like, the texture throws me off, but even if the name is bad, I'm not gonna eat tartar sauce. It doesn't sound good. And then people are like, dude, you need to have tartar sauce. Like, I think I have enough tartar already, to be honest. I don't think I need any tartar sauce in me. I am 26, despite popular belief. On paper, I still am young, dumb, craving cum. So, you know, I'm trying to ride that. But my friends, they're now starting to have kids. And I don't want to hang out, like, I don't hang out with kids. I don't want to do that. It's not something I'm interested in. One of my friends that just had kids, he's like, you know, I realized you haven't really come out since, like, I had the kid. I'm like, yeah, you're getting it. You understand. I'm not hanging out with you anymore. And, like, I think it's because I want to be the center of attention, but kids have to be the center of attention. Like, it's always feed the kids, watch the kids. If a kid goes missing, everybody in the state gets their attention to their phone because an alert goes out saying that the kid was missing. And I've never gotten that kind of attention in my life. The last time I did, it was when they spotted that kid in my car from the last alert, and my name went out. All right, that didn't work last night either. You guys were tough, but you're fair. I don't know, I am a pothead though, smoke a lot of weed. Weed's fun. Legal weed is okay, but there's like a give and a take. Because I don't think people need to be getting all fucked up like they are. When you go to the dispensary now, it makes sense, they're at a dispensary working, but they're stoned. Like, I know they give them gift boxes, like, yo, try this weed so customers know. They're not saying try it before your shift. Like, but it's getting bad because now it's starting to leak into like all the jobs. You always see somebody fucked up behind the counter somewhere. And last week I was at the gas station. I don't know what kind of weed this dude is on. He's behind the gas station counter like this. I could tell if it was weed, if he was drinking the gas back there. I don't know. I found out that's fentanyl. He's an adult. What I also don't like is I go to the dispensary, and like I said, poor. So I order online. I don't pay attention to what I'm buying besides lowest price, highest potency. And you go and you buy weed, and they slap you in the face with these crazy names. And one of the last times I went in there, the dude reaches in my bag. He's like, "Oh, you got an 1/8 ounce of pedophile fart." And I was like, "Yeah, what?" He goes, "Dude, I'm telling you, it sounds crazy once you smell that shit, okay? It's fucking good weed." I got weed the other day, swear to God, called War Crimes. And it was legit. Right on the package it says, "Grown in Israel." It is real shit. It is legit weed. Alright, that's like pretty much all I wanted to do. So I'll give the time back to you. Maybe I'll riff it up later. But for now, why don't you give it back to your host, Mo Green, and see if we can all figure out this mic stand without breaking it, guys. Thank you.
Clap it up for Chad Lennon. Unbeknownst to us, when everybody leaves, Chad Lennon crawls back in one of these boxes. I'm just joking. Chad is short. Chad, if you was ugly, you had a fucked up life, man.
It's still not great.
A lot of those actors like Tom Cruise and Pacino, they're all like 5'7". You're right in the pocket. You got the looks. You just.
I love how you went the shortest you could have with still being taller than I am.
Really?
5'6".
Really? I don't want to say Cat Williams because there's like a few major differences. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, the hair. Yeah, that's what. And the fact that he talks like this for some strange reason, if you put a little sass and you talk with your voice like this, people have a tendency to pay much more attention and shake your head side to side. That is the key of being Cat Williams. It doesn't matter anything that you say. Earlier, I went to Wendy's and I got myself a Baconator with extra bacon, no tomatoes, and I had the French fries with the cheese on it. It was so delicious. You gotta make your voice shake with the cheese on it, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta sing a little bit for the people to pay attention to everything that you're talking about. Now, Dave Chappelle, his voice is a little bit different. For some strange reason, the longer that Dave Chappelle does comedy, he gets more of a lisp. It's like his tongue is getting bigger and bigger. Ow! It's getting real big, man. Yeah. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Let me raise this up, let me raise this up, let me raise this up, let me raise this up. Coming next to the stage, Ray Cosker.
Hi. I just started getting into pedicures a lot. You guys like pedicures? You get one? They're fun, right? I get them like all the time now. I'm a real pedophile.
Hey!
Yeah. Midgets. Huh? Alright? I think midgets are kind of like snot rockets, you know? I love blowing them. That Kim Jong-un's back in the news. You hear about this guy? This knucklehead out there in North Korea? I heard that he likes masturbating with baked potatoes. Did you hear that? No. This guy's a real dictator. I hate myself. Who's vaping here? Anybody vaping? You like vaping? What's your favorite flavor there?
Skittles.
Skittles? Nice. I just started vaping. Mine's Clown Dick. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? You have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving. It was awesome. Me and my family, we do like a real traditional kind of thing, you know what I mean? Me and my family, we all got together and we went down to Mohegan Sun, you know, the Indian casino, and we handed out blankets laced with smallpox, so it's real traditional, you know? I like it. I like keeping it traditional. Yeah, I used to work construction. I was working with these guys out in Rhode Island one time. They were fun. We were done with work on a Friday, and they all were like, "Hey, dude, we're going to the massage parlor. You coming?" Like, I don't know. I don't really think I need a massage. Like, nah, dude, they fucking jerk you off in there. I was like, you know what? I kind of am like filled with shame and guilt every time I do it by myself. I don't know if dragging a sex-trafficked immigrant into the scenario is going to be great, but you know, I tried it, and it turns out it was awesome. Yeah, their tears. That's what did it, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe in fate. You guys believe in fate? Like something that just, you know, everything, you know, like, fate, what is it? Figures everything out. Your path is already set, you know? Yeah, I don't believe in fate. I do believe in diarrhea, though. And that pretty much runs my life. That's, you know, determines how far away from home I go and pretty much everything, you know? Diarrhea. Yeah. I just had a birthday recently. Thank you. Yeah. My grandmother's cool. She lives out in Colorado. She sends me the same gift in the mail every year. She sends me weed in the mail, which is cool. She sends me a check for $50 and I just buy weed with it. So, thank you, Nana. She's been getting me high for honestly, fucking 30 years now. Oh, 25. I didn't start smoking weed when I was 9. Yeah. But my wife, for my birthday, she got me the 23andMe kit because she thought it would. She's Mexican, she got hers done. It was like the whole globe lit up. We found out that she's like 60% Native American, which is why they can do that Thanksgiving joke. So, but like she's got all sorts of cool shit, you know. I don't know what she thought was gonna happen with me, you know. I got mine back and it just said that I like unseasoned food and I can't dance. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I could have told you that. I did find out one cool thing though. I'm 0.9% Ashkenazi Jew. Yeah, it's nice. I don't really have any Jewish traits though, except for that I hate my neighbors. I hope they don't die. I'm a pussy. Anybody else? You, sir? Pussy? Huh? No? Yeah, I am. No other pussies in the house, huh? How about anxiety? Does anybody have anxiety? Fuck. That's the first time that's ever happened. Oh, good. Because guess what? It's the same fucking thing, you know? It's just you can't walk into your doctor's office and he's like, well, it turns out, Mr. Kosker, you're a pussy. I'm like, nuts. I knew it. What are we going to do, doc? We're going to prescribe you some Xanax and send you on your way. I'm like, all right, what's Xanax? Like, pussy pills, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, my doctor's fun. I got a trick for you if anybody else falls into pussyism. I got a trick for you. I can't use the urinal, you know? I'm that much of a pussy. Hey, it's just something about having my dick out when there's like shit going on behind me. I don't trust it, you know what I mean? So I can't use the urinal, I use the stall. Sometimes I can't even make it happen in the stall either. I just think that people are outside just being like, this pussy can't fucking piss in public. Yeah, look at this guy, you know? So here's a trick that I do. I just stand in the stall and I do this. I go. So instead of people thinking I'm just some pussy that can't piss in public, I'm a rad dude that does cocaine by himself in the stall at Applebee's. Yeah. I come from a long line of pussies. My dad, huge pussy. I remember we were on vacation one time, and my dad, my sister, she's older than me, she brought home a couple of like beach bums, you know, these older guys, fucking beach trash, North Carolina beach trash people, back to the hotel room when we're hanging out watching TV. My dad comes in, he just starts taking pictures of everybody. You know, takes a nice picture of these weirdos hanging out. And then we get home, we're looking through the pictures after we got them developed, because he had to do that back then. And came by the two beach weirdos that were hanging out in the hotel room. I'm like, Dad, why don't you take these pictures? What's the deal here? And he goes, I just wanted to take those pictures in case your sister got abducted. So we'd know what the guys looked like. I'm like, you didn't want to just tell them to get the fuck out of your fucking hotel room? You fucking pussy. Yeah. Yeah, I have kids. Anybody have kids here? No? I have two, but I didn't think this shit through, guys. You know? I thought I was all just going to be playing with Legos and drinking juice boxes. Turns out they grow up. They turn into big, huge assholes, you know? People always say, oh, that's a fun age. You know what's not a fun age? 13. My son's 13 right now. He's a fucking asshole. Came up to him the other day, and I'm like, hey, you want to drink some juice boxes and play Legos? He was like, shut the fuck up, pussy. I'm going to get some babes. I was like, God damn it. That's my kid's like Yeah. I got school conferences coming up, though. I'm kind of worried because one of my kids is having a little bit of trouble in school, and I'm worried that his grades aren't going to be on it. But, you're worried about his grades, worried that the teacher's going to fail him. So, you know, I was thinking that, you know, I could send my wife in there. I thought it was a male teacher. Turns out it's like some old lady. So I got parent-teacher conferences coming up tomorrow. My plan is just to get fucking hammered, show up wasted. Some of the teachers like, all right, we feel bad for you. We're gonna pass it. That one's got legs, I think. Yeah, I didn't think fatherhood through it all. All right, that's what I got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Give it up for Mo. Have a good night.
Clap it up for Mr. Kosker. See, this might say it's about to be a problem. I gotta get the other one. The other one, we just slip the cord right inside the way you meant to slip your members into your own hand because you get no pussy. No, I'm just kidding. Coming out to the stage all the way from the Dirty Waters. Very, very funny. Dan Shay!
Yay! Woo! Yay! I unfortunately do get pussy. I have a girlfriend, and it's weird because I'm from Waterbury, and she's rich. So my therapist calls it cultural shock. I've never been around rich people. Like I don't understand how they do what they like her grandpa died and sold a company and gave her all the money. Super sweet. Like my dad died and gave me 30 grand in debt. Like it didn't pay his funeral. It didn't like I'm just wildly poor. It's insane. Like she lives on a road, and when you turn down her road, there's a sign on the front, true story, that says, "Please no peddlers." You know how rich you gotta be to not want peddlers? Like in Waterbury, you have no solicitation. You have like beware of dog. You don't have no peddlers. What the fuck is that 1800 shit? I don't know what the fuck a peddler is. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Like her condo complex doesn't have a gate. It's got a boat. I had to try it. Somebody else gave me that tag. Inside baseball. Like my girlfriend, the other day, she threw a can in the garbage. And I was like, "Hey babe, why are you doing that? You can return that." She was like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean, what?" She was like, "No, you put them in the recycling and then you put them in the bin on the road." I was like, bitch, that's my savings plan. Like, the garbage bag is $20. I don't know. She didn't know how ATMs worked. She's like, "I could just go to an ATM and it'll give me money?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I always just ask my dad." I was like, "Yeah, that's insane." The other day she asked me if ATMs close. Like that rich. Like doesn't even understand how ATMs work. I'm so fucking jealous. We went to a rave a couple weeks ago. Concert, I don't know what you're supposed to call it. It's a rave. And in the middle of the rave, she elbowed me and she was like, babe, they're doing beat drops every third measure. That's too much." The fuck is a measure? I don't know what a measure is. And she was like, "Oh, we did orchestra in school." Like, we had choir? Choir, we didn't have no orchestras. In 8th grade, there was a class at her school that was etiquette. Like where to put spoons and shit. Like, that was in school, like regular old public school. They took etiquette. I'm so jealous. Like we had don't get pregnant. That was don't get nobody pregnant, don't get pregnant. That was all of our class. Fucking etiquette. What the fuck etiquette is? My girlfriend has started saying insane things to me that I've never heard of. Like just insane to me, like, "Why don't you get it? It's only $100. Like only $100. That's a third of my paycheck. Only $100. And I said that to her, and she's like, "Well, why don't I just gift it to you?" I was like, "Is it my birthday? What the fuck? What do you mean gift it to me? Like it's Tuesday in fucking November. It just gifts? I never got a gift. Unless it was my birthday. Christmas. Those was the two. Gifted to me. I wish that bitch would gift me an electric bill, like gift me some car insurance. I'll take any of those gifts. I don't need no shoes. I have a crazy thing that's happening right now where I'm not invited to the first half of Christmas Day because her mom is too embarrassed of how many gifts she buys. The high I was like, oh, poor you. You buy too many gifts for your kid. Like, bitch, I'll give you a list. Like, if you buy me all the gifts, I am your son-in-law. Like, I'm down. I don't know. We go to the mall. She'd be like, you never heard of Tory Burch? The fuck is it? Y'all ever heard of Tory Burch? Exactly. The fuck? I thought Louis Vuitton was fancy, and she's like, ugh, Michael Kors? Oh, alright. Bitches be rich. Rich. Just trying my hardest to not get a prenup. There's no way I'm not getting a prenup. Like, she's been to my house. She's been in my car. Like, I made a joke one time, and she was like, yeah, prenups, get used to them. Oh, shit. All right. I'm gonna marry your sister, then. I don't know what to buy for Christmas. My bitches had everything, literally everything. No, I'm just complaining on stage now. You guys can have the room back. Hey, give it up for your host, fucking Diabetes DMX.
Clap it up for Dan. If he can get a girlfriend, anybody can. I love the pretty laughs. She gives like the golf claps of laughs. And now for the putt. It's so funny. It's so funny. There was something I was gonna say. I was literally writing down a bit. Oh yeah, we talk about like bathroom stalls. I love the handicap stall because to me, a handicap stall is like the first class of toilets. You know what I'm saying? It's roomy. They got the arm. You can like shit with your feet up. You understand what I'm saying? Like they have like hot towels, champagne. Sometimes a dude gives you a blowjob. It's crazy, like, you know, there's so much good things that happens in the handicap store. You know. For the emergency, you pull a string and shit. Like that's like when you're on a plane, you push the boom to get the service from the flight attendants. When you're in the handicap store, you just pull that string, just like I'm not a toilet paper. You know what I mean? You know, need more cocaine. You just keep on pulling the string. That's fine. It's fucking dope. I was thinking about something, man. A lot of actors, when they start to fall off, they all try to do comedy for some strange reason, because they already got the following, you know what I'm saying? They just don't got the comedic skills. So I ain't do this in a long time, so that's why I screenshotted it real quick. Said, imagine all these actors fell off. We got a comedy show that consists of Samuel L. Jackson as the host, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the opener, Charles Barkley as the feature, Terrence Howard as the guest, and Will Smith as the closer. Listen here, motherfuckers, we finally doing this comedy show. I'm glad you niggas is here. If you don't laugh, I'm gonna shoot every single last one of y'all. Now, coming first to the stage, this dude is funny, and if you don't laugh, I dare you, I double dare you. I guarantee I'm gonna kick your ass. It's Arnold, all the way from Latvia, Schwarzenegger. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. You know what I mean? The greatest thing I ever did in the movies was kill the Predator. But in real life, I killed a black man named Tookie Williams when I took his life. He was the person that started the cruise at Tucson. Get the fuck off the stage. You're not funny, motherfucker. Coming next to the stage, our feature of the evening, Charles Barkley. Now listen here, man, Samuel. Why you always lying? Every single time you're lying. This guy is terrible. Terrible. I kind of look like Mo Green. Look at this woman coming in. She about to do her comedy thing. You know what? I'm not getting no type of laughs. I'm about to get on the stage. Yeah, get the fuck off the stage. You was scared as hell when Shaq, when you body slammed Shaq, he was gonna punch you and bust your head open. Now coming next to the stage, this man is either a genius or you're crazy than a motherfucker, and his show got canceled 5 years ago. Empire Well, you know I was gonna come in here and tell a couple of jokes, but in reality, I tricked every single last one of you because I figured out the Pythagorean theory, and if we do these things, we can actually travel back in time because Einstein. Nigga, shut the fuck up! We don't know what you're talking about. And now, the headliner of the evening, probably one of the richest celebrities in the world, and one of the biggest cuckolds because it lets a man that looks like a boy ruin his life. Will Smith. It feels real good, to do comedy in front of everybody, but I didn't even have to do comedy because I was letting August Alsina come inside my wife. Woo! That is the show for the evening. Maybe one day I'll actually write jokes for this so it can actually make sense. That shit is loud as fuck, man. That's fucking it. That was live performing. I ain't getting no love. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, man. Shit. What's going on, man? What's going on, Kaz? I text you the other day, man. She think just because a man texts me trying to smash, like I told you, like my little bitch.
I was in VA.
Oh, word? Oh, okay. You was in VA getting VD. Nah, I'm fucking around.
Well, this is the #1 city for gonorrhea.
It is? Oh, man, gonorrhea, that's just, I had it a couple of times. That shit is terrible. So imagine like a leaky faucet, but the water is green. You know what I'm saying? That shit is terrible. Burning, man. Like, oh, I remember I first caught it in college. I was fucking a big booty white girl. She was from White Plains, New York. And she visited home every weekend. So it was a dirty Jamaican hitting from the back every single time. And I caught his disease and shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dick was British. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamaicans be British too. Yeah, that don't make no sense. That was very abstract. I was about to go somewhere with it. You know what I'm saying? I know you're probably wondering, what's all this like gunk coming out of your penis? It's because you were fucking the same bitch that I fucked from the box, and you didn't get disease results. I mean, when I caught the disease, I didn't know what was going on and shit, so I was in the clinic. And I was like, I asked her, is there any way? I said, maybe I caught it when I was sitting at the toilet because my dick kind of long, and like my dick hit the water. She's like, no. First of all, I don't believe you. No, that's not how it happened. I was like, is there any way you can pinpoint exactly like when I caught it? She's like, if I could do that, I'll be the richest bitch in earth. She said bitch too. Anyway. Coming next to the stage, actually this young man is going to be covering for me next week, hosting, because I'll be doing a show out in Boston. Could you clap it up for Comedy Styles of Kevin Doty?
Yo! Danny Shay, you got a girlfriend? That's crazy, dude. You got a girlfriend, a rich girlfriend, and you still seem just as sad as you always do. That's crazy. She doesn't know what an ATM is. Do you know if she is of age? Sorry, yeah, Shay. It's all like, I didn't come here with much tonight. What else we say? Mo was talking about some stuff. Mo was talking about, no, I don't know if Mo was talking about that. Oh, I'll get to that later. But Chad was saying he's poor. I'm poor. Chad said he's poor and he has rich friends. I'm poor and have a drug problem. I don't know if that's and or because. You know what I mean? No, but I been scrolling around on my phone a lot lately. Scrolling away. Well, actually, no, before I get to that, I was at work today. I got some crazy fucking conversations when I'm at work about stuff. And like somehow the question came up like, you know what semen tastes like? And I was like, nah, but then I remembered I do. Because when I was in fucking middle school, I sucked my dick to completion. People are always like, that's impossible. No, it's not. I said, did it. Which just really took me hours, because I had to like fucking stretch it out. Started with just the tip. But once you got your whole dick in your mouth, I dare you to stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. But fuck yeah, mistress. Anyway. Yeah, my boss is a bitch and he's having a bad day and shit. And, you know, because his like fucking wife gives him shit about all kinds of stuff. He's like, man, kid, I can't do cocaine anymore. Can't fucking drink anymore. Got pre-diabetes, can't eat food anymore. I'm gonna have to cheat. I was like, well, you gotta have your vices. I guess you're right. I guess that's kind of like to ladies. Let your men do drugs. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is it true? Are you really a freak?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, with just one man, but yeah.
Nice. You're fucking hot. You're like a good-looking lady, but then you just imagine you being a freak, and I'm like, yeah, you're fucking hot. I don't want to make it weird, but you are. Way to go. Anyway, I've been scrolling a lot lately. I'm scrolling through my phone like a dipshit. And get all these videos, and I never like to comment because I don't like to like make more problems for myself, and I feel like if you start commenting on people's videos, you're asking for problems. So I usually avoid it. But I've been scrolling a lot, and I keep on getting these videos of like hot chicks showing me like hacks in the kitchen. That's cool because like I like cooking, and I like hot chicks, so I was like, way to go. But then I felt like my phone is like trying to test me. It's like the more and more I like these videos, like the hotter the chicks get, but the less like useful the hack seems to be. It's like I'm being tested. Like eventually I got to a girl that was like cutting a vegetable with one hand because she had like nails coming up through her cutting board, so she could do it with one hand. So I don't know, she could like text or finger herself or OnlyFans or something. Like I don't know why. I was like, this is the dumbest shit in the world. I have to comment. I'm like, you're a dumb bitch. Why don't you go start an OnlyFans instead and stop wasting my time? I need cooking hacks. It turns out that other girl, her arm was amputated. Yeah. So like, it was a really good hack if you only have one arm. And I felt bad, you know. I mean, like, and then like I always knew I was gonna have problems in life. I just never knew like one of my problems was gonna be like being collectively hated by the amputee community. These guys run deep. Some hop, but they roll together. So I felt bad. So like I subscribe to her OnlyFans now. Because there's a whole thing, dude. There's a whole like Mo was talking about this earlier, like fucking. There's a thing, whole like, there's a lot of guys into amputated women.
Oh, shit.
It's a whole thing. There's lots of Instagram about it and stuff, which is crazy, which I guess is like, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that a guy doesn't care that she doesn't have any limbs. It's either really sweet or really creepy. All right, we don't have to ever talk about that again. But, I got a job, like I said, I work with this guy, it's pretty fun all day. But I don't know if anybody here gets micromanaged. It's the worst thing ever. Like, micromanagement is the worst. Like, it's the management so small, why are you saying anything at all, anyway? Like, Micro with humans doesn't, like, you know, microaggression, calm the fuck down. You're not mad at all. Micro penis, you're not managing any pussy with that type of thing. Micro, nothing. What's the point? But I get micromanaged all day at work, and it's very frustrating, you know what I mean? Because like, I slide ladders up roofs all day, and you're not supposed to hit the shingle. But the whole time I'm doing it, my boss is like, don't hit the shingle, don't hit the shingle, don't hit the shingle. And I'm like, I know, that's the job, that's why I'm here, you fucking dumb bitch. But I can't call him the dumb bitch, because that's my boss, and I need a job. So I'm just pent up all day, like, man. And then I had to take that pent up energy home, and it ruins my micromanagement at work, ruins my home life. With my girl, you know, I'm fucking trying to sleep with her. She's like, give it to me. And I'm like, yeah, I know, bitch, that's the job. And then neither of us come. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. That's what I'm gonna do, man.
Again, Kevin Doty and Emily Sierra will be my guest host next week because I'll be in Boston trying to make a life out of myself with this comedy shit. I'm gonna get rich and forget all y'all motherfuckers just like how y'all forget about me and y'all get famous and shit, you know what I'm saying? So many comics that got famous out this room and they don't never give me no shout out, but it's fucked up. I don't know why I'm talking like Dave Chappelle again for some strange reason that always goes back to that. What other comedian voice do I like to do? You know Corey Holcomb? You know, these are fucking crazy ass bitches. I was in an abortion clinic and they had pool tables in the back. No, whatever. That's all right. A lot of them comics, they copy Bill Cosby, like Decatur. And God just got way to just talk these motherfuckers, like Tony Baker do the same shit. These motherfuckers is those crazy shit, dogs. Even Richard Pryor, he copied Bill Cosby too. These motherfuckers is those crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So, keep doing comedy good, you just gotta talk like you're drunk a little bit, let the words speak, just babble down. Yeah. That's a secret. That sucked. Coming. Next. She's getting her stuff together. Maybe I'll tell another joke or something like that. She looks like a groupie from the 80s. Clap it up. Actually, she looks like a lead guitarist from the 80s. Kara Amore, I love rock and roll. I pushed the wrong one. Hold on, let me get this right. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's this one. This is the one that you gotta do to adjust. Okay. I love rock and roll. Kara Amore, clap it up.
Oh my God. He always says I look like something. The last time I was Britney Spears' fairy godmother. I don't know which one I like more. Thanks, Mo. You're the best. I love you. Thanks, Kevin, for making me sound like I'm hot. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mo, I used to have a really hot ass. Something happens when you get older, it just fucking drop. I used to have a really big ass, actually. Black men, oh my God, I used to walk down the street in Manhattan and fucking black men were just like following me. I swear to God, they'd be like, I don't get that anymore. Drops, something happens. So, it's not really good to be the prettiest girl as a teenager. You know, it's not good to like peak early. You want to peak like, you know, plus being too beautiful has never been a problem for me. Like no one in high school was like, oh my God, she's gonna be such a heartbreaker. Because I was like the fat kid. They were more like, oh my God, she's gonna be such a backbreaker. And like now, I'm like just hot enough, you know, that like my exes are kind of regretting breaking up with me. But not so hot that anyone assumes I have an OnlyFans. Yet. So my mother was always funny. Like people always ask me, like, was it your mother? Was it your father? Both of my parents were really funny, but my mother was pretty funny. Like even when she was dying of lung cancer, I know that's kind of, but it's true. And the doctors were so afraid of increasing her pain meds, which is kind of fucked up, right? And it was really like as if they were paying for them, like out of their pocket. You would think that they would want to give her extra meds to bill, you know, the insurance companies for it, you know, for the extra doses. But the doctors kept saying that they wanted to make her comfortable, but not comfortable enough to kill her. You know, you want to hear what my mom said? Honestly, this is a true story. My mom said, turned to them, and she goes, if I was a dog, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. You fuckers would have put me down by now. Yeah. Now turn down my oxygen and pump up the morphine. Pump up the morphine. And she would say to them, she would really, I mean, this is a true story. She said, what are you worrying about? Like, what are you guys worried about? Like overdosing me? She's like, I'm about to die. Give me a double and put it on my daughter's chair. She was like, I'm ready for the trip of my life. It's like, you're not going to trip, Mom. They're not going to give you like LSD. They're just giving you morphine. Don't you know the difference? Some are psychedelics, and that's an opioid. But seriously, I mean, like, what were they worried about? Turning her into a junkie? What was she going to do? Like, sell her oxygen tank for heroin on the way to hospice? She was dying. The doctors were like, yeah, that's the problem. She's dying. But we can't be the ones to kill her. Intentionally. Mom would say, let me ride the morphine express straight to the pearly gates. Nothing says we care more than never-ending morphine care. Tell she's my mother. So as I said, both my parents were funny, you know, and my father had a bad, both my parents had a bad run at the end. My father he was really always a comedian. They used to call him the clown, and he really wasn't surprised when I started to do stand-up. He said, you got your sense of humor for me, and my mother would be like, no, you got your sense of humor for me. I'm like, all right, whatever. You guys can fight over that. I got my fucking drug problem from both of you. But my father was on 10 days on life support, and he was conscious the whole time. The whole time. And I think it was because he liked the drugs. He was like, just keep giving me the drugs. But finally he says, you know, take me off. Like he actually said to them, take me off of life support. And so when they take you off, you know, it takes a little time for somebody to pass away after they take you off of life support. And they call the priest in to give him his last rites. And my father opens like one eye and he sees the priest and he looks at him and he goes, oh boy. He's like, what did I do now? He's like, is this because of the time I skipped mass to go to the racetrack? And it was kind of funny, you know, that he was like, you know, my father was gonna leave like and crack a joke while booking his one-way ticket, you know, upstairs or downstairs, depending on who you were talking to. So, I don't know if any of you, I actually am a private investigator. Yeah, I know, people always say that. They get very nervous when they find out that I'm a private investigator. And I'm thinking that I might be here to investigate them. Trust me, most people are extremely boring. Like, I'm probably not going to be hired to investigate you fucking boring people. Like, most of you suburbanites are so fucking boring. Like, I would never, like, I want to be, like, on a really good car chase, you know, or like, you know, taking pictures of like that cheating couple, you know, or like on a you know, wiretaps, or on a really good surveillance of, you know, to figure out who that crime boss is. I mean, those are the kind of, you know, things I want to do. I don't want to be, like, you know, I don't know, figuring out the beef that you fucking have with your neighbor Earl, who's parking in front of your strip of, you know, grass. Leave Earl alone, you know? Let him live his best life with his mullet waving in the wings, driving his John Deere ride on Noah. Honestly, let me just say, the only thing really I'm doing surveillance on these days is my boyfriend's phone screen, because he has the biggest font. Like, I could see it from here and so can everybody else. And I'm just thankful that I'm not just sending him nudes, because you could all see them. So I always loved the holidays. As a kid, it was always great. Like, I'll just give you a for instance. Like, other people would leave cookies and milk for Santa. We left beer and pretzels. And then other people would leave, other people, you know, for Thanksgiving, all we served was wild turkey. Every Arbor Day, my dad would drive a car into a tree. Yeah, my mother turned the glove compartment into a wet bar. She used to make rush hour happy hour. And I love the holidays because we had a really, really big Italian family, and we used to go to like my aunt's house or, you know, my other aunt's house, and they had a lot of kids. There was always a lot of kids. And we had so much fun. There was always a lot of food, a lot of desserts, you know, but I don't know about you guys, but we were not allowed to eat any of the desserts until you cleared your plate. Like, that was the rule, you know, clean plate rule. But my sister would never eat her vegetables, right? So we'd be sitting there for like hours. I'm like, really? You're not gonna eat your fucking vegetables? Like, oh my God. So I would like sneak them and I would eat her vegetables. And everybody wonders why now I'm codependent and have a fucking eating disorder. It all started at that age. So I think men think that if they impress us with their junk, that their other faults will simply like just disappear. Like just disappear. No, I'm serious, right? Like newsflash, there is no magic cock that is gonna distract us enough from the fact that you still live with your frat buddies at 45 and you're trying to find yourself. No magic cock is gonna go cure us of that, okay? Maybe you, Chad. So when I'm actually in recovery now. I've actually been sober for the last 33 years. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. Kevin, we're saving a seat for you. We're warming it for you, honey. You should be thankful. I'm still a freaking bed and I'm fucking sober. Think about it. Nothing changes. But when I was still using, let me just say, I used to get so high. I mean, I only liked up drugs. I didn't like opioids. I didn't like any of that shit. I only liked shit that would make me fucking like so high, you know? Problem was that I would be so fucking high on the way home that I'm like, sleep is never gonna come, you know? So I would make myself like NyQuil cocktails on the way home in hopes that by the time I got there that they would kick in. Sometimes though they would kick in too early. So, you know, I would hope that, like, you know, I would make it. This is a true story. I swear to God. And, but like if there was no guardrails, like, you know, I would take the back roads. But if there are no guardrails, what I would call my guardrailian angels, I would often like veer into people's backyards. And it was so hard to avoid the swimming pools. But if I did avoid a swimming pool, quite often I would like wake up in somebody's kitchen. I'd wake up in their kitchen and in handcuffs. Yeah, and that was the freaky shit, Kev. That was the freaky shit. People always ask me now, you know, they're like, you've been clean for so long, like 33 years is a long time. Like, how old were you when you got sober? Like 33 years, you know? And I was 22. And they're like, really? Like, you were that bad that you had to get sober at 22? Yes, I was that bad. And when I was 18, they started to tell me, like, you have a fucking drug problem. You have an alcohol problem. Like, every boss I had would pull me over, you know, pull me to the side. I was a chef at the time. And being in the restaurant business, everybody uses, everybody, you know? So when you stand out amongst everybody who's already also using, you have a drug problem, you know? And it was the time when they just started to drug test. And it was the late 80s. I was working at the World Financial Center in Manhattan. And they bring me down to like the nurses area and they test me and I failed. And the nurse was like, "You failed." And she was surprised because I looked like a nice kid, I was young, I was cute. And I looked like a band member of Heart. And she was like, "Oh my God, you failed." And I was like, "Oh my God, I failed? Really?" She was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You know what I'm going to do?" She's like, "Come back in 2 weeks and we'll test you again." I was like, "Okay, that's a really good idea." So I was like, I'm going to have to quit that job because there's no fucking way. I got 4 more years in me. All right, you guys have been great. I'm Carol Roy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mo. You're the best. Give it up for Mo.
Clap it up for Kara Moore. She looks like her favorite band was White Snake.
Yes. Oh my God. On the front of the car?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same hairstyle. Sure. I was thinking about y'all know the poet Maya Angelou? Maya Angelou, they were talking about putting her portrait on the back of the quarter, on the back of the 25-cent piece. They were really, this is real talk. I think they actually did. They put her portrait on the back of the 25-cent piece. And if you know anything about Maya Angelou's history, obviously she was a renowned poet, but before she blew up as a poet, she was a lady of the evening. You know what I mean? She had to do what she had to do to get where she needed to be. And if you know anything about the quarter, on the front of the quarter is George Washington, and on the back of the quarter is Maya Angelou. Then I thought of something like, yo, Caucasians is mad crafty, because even at her death, there's still a white guy that's on top of her. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you flip the coin, it's like porn almost. So it's like virtual porn. When you flip it, it's like top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. Yeah. That's crazy. George Washington Carver. You know George Washington Carver? Did you know he was castrated? He was castrated. And I find that ironic that he had no penis, but he found 1,000 different uses of peanuts. Yeah, I had to pull these jokes out of my bag. I mean, you know what I mean? That's why we do this shit. Oh yeah, I remember this one girl, I had a date with her. I used to date this one chick, she was a younger chick. You can't mess with young chicks because they're too freaky. Like, my ex-girl, she used to like for me to go down on her, like eat the pussy fast, but play with the nipples slow at the same time. Eat the pussy fast while playing with the nipples real slow. I said, man, I don't got that type of hand-eye coordination. Who the fuck you think I am, Phil Collins? I can feel her coming. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's some jokes I ain't doing in a while. I'm glad I brought her back. Sometimes I doubt myself whenever you doubt yourself as a writer, just look through your books, man. Sometimes look through your book, man. You'll find some shit. Look through your book will get you booked. And with that being said, coming next to the stage, and she's actually going to be featured on a show with me a week from this Sunday. Could you clap it up for Cal? A week after Sunday. I said a week after Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Did your lip go to your ears? No. Yeah, she's coming now. She's coming. Temporary layoff, good time, easy credit rip-off. No, that's not the one. If you adjust this, don't touch this one.
I won't touch it.
This, you touch this one. Go ahead.
Very good.
The mic stand, that shit sucks ass.
Oh man, sorry. Can I take it off?
Yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight? Thank you all for sitting around and ready to listen to my bullshit, right? So if I suck up here tonight, don't blame me, blame Adam Sandler. I actually started doing stand-up because late last year, I was diagnosed with cancer, invasive breast cancer. And my main reason for doing stand-up is to heal myself through laughter. And that's what Adam Sandler's special showed me, you know? And my whole thing was to be like a positive fucking cancer survivor, right? I just wanted to share my experiences and all the shit that I'm going through with laughter. But I feel like my whole premise of everything has changed because this right here, anyone knows that when you go through cancer, and you know, my condolences to your mom, you know, so you really had me fucking scared when you was telling me that, because yo, that's some heavy shit to deal with, you know, and I respect you for sharing, and thank you for that. My whole thing was to basically treat, this is my therapy. You know, one thing I found out about comics, a person that's a comedian, we're fucked up. Emotionally, mentally, and we suffer from a lot of fucking trauma. So us coming up here is our way of, you know, saying like, you know what, fuck trauma. And I'm not ashamed of my trauma. Fuck it, look at me, this is who I am. I give no fucks because I was there and now I'm here. So, that being said, November 5th got me fucked up. Yo, I fucked up like a motherfucker over November 5th. And I was just like, this is the news. My apologies, I need glasses. I had some shit. All right, so here's the thing. Cancer is a motherfucker, right? So chemo fucked me up real bad, right? I had to go to see a specialist because, you know, they saw some blood on the back of my eye, which means that it could have been an artery, like a major artery for the brain or something. Yeah, it's fucked up. Look, I just came from Yale and got here. So when they initially saw it, they said it's two things. It's the chemo, it's medication, or it could be constipation. So I just want to let you guys know that I was just full of shit. And so I got now. So thank God for that. So anyways, but I had to have my eyes dilated and all this stuff. So it's kind of like blurry a bit. So one thing I realized, okay, November 6th showed me something, all right? The first thing it showed me collectively, Americans, we're fucking stupid. We're the dumbest people on this planet. And here's why. We believe in unnecessary shit, okay? Oh, hold on, let me rewind back. Okay? So, I don't like to talk about politics. Don't like to talk about politics or religion, because my grandfather said to me, Kels, one thing you have to understand, with politics and religion, everybody has an opinion on it, and like opinions, we all have assholes, and nobody wants to admit when ours stink. So guess what? Y'all gonna see how funky my ass smells tonight. Alright? So collectively, as Americans, we're fucking dumb. We believe in unnecessary shit. For example, right? Like Jesus and Trump loves the poor. Yeah, right? Guess what? If Jesus fucking loved poor people, why the fuck would we be poor? And Donald Trump don't give a fuck about us. Right? So, real shit. We believe in unnecessary shit. We believe in man and Jesus. But anyways, sorry, well, fuck it. It is what it is, right? But anyways, another thing I realized from the election results is the safest group of men to be around are black men. And that black men are the only group in America, collectively as a whole, large percentage, that respects women. Except if they see a big ass, they gotta comment on it, right? And they gotta catcall that ass. And I also learned from that the group of people in America that hate Spanish folks the most are Spanish people. Ain't that some shit? But the biggest welfare recipient are Cubans. Y'all never knew. Did y'all know that? I found out the act of 1966. You know, any Cuban that comes up here right now into the United States, whether they come legally or illegally, they automatically get all the benefits. Puerto Ricans need to go ahead and step up and say, nah, you can't do that shit, my man. And the only thing that unites Spanish people is reggaeton. Or reggaeton. Which is what? Late 90s, old school dance, Jamaican dance hall reggae, yeah. The only thing they do is sing that shit in Spanish. They don't even rewrite the motherfucking lyrics. They just sing it in Spanish. So where's the tone? What is the tone? Is that how you say reggae in Spanish? Reggaeton? That's it? Because this motherfucker tried to correct me. I was like, that's just motherfucking remix, right? Another thing that I'm realizing too is that gay dudes are gonna have all the bitches in 2025. Real shit. Except for the black men. Black men, I think y'all, 2025, black men are going to have all the women. You know why? All right, you heard of the B4, right? Where I guess collectively, women are giving up having sex, right?
Ugly women.
Ugly women. Shit. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of ugly women gonna get some play because I'm gonna tell you something. You got bitches out here right now that's divorcing their fucking husbands because they found out who the fuck they fucked with, right? So ugly women are gonna get a lot of play, but you know it's only the ugly bitches that really voted for him. But anyways, let me continue. So look, another thing I found out is that white bitches is two-faced as a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not saying all of y'all, but y'all two-faced as a motherfucker. Look, my bestie white, my homegirl, who I live with, who opened up her house to me, is white. It's my sister. But she told me that white bitches is two-faced as a motherfucker. She said, I don't trust none of these fucking bitches out here, Kelly. Right? And here's the thing. And the problem is, right, the reason why we did not realize that white women was going to fuck us over in the election is because we don't listen to white women when they talk. White women speaks differently. You know how white women will get mad as shit if you call her a fucking cunt? Black women, we're like, God damn, cunt, I love that. That shit sounds good as fuck. Oh, I'm a mystical and magical cunt, bitch. That's how we look at shit. But a white woman, here's the thing. I learned this from a good friend of mine named Kim. And she's a Southern belle. She's from the South. She believed in the Lord Jesus Christ as her personal Lord and Savior. And yeah, she voted for Trump. And I still love her. You know, I ain't that type of motherfucker. Like, you vote for who the fuck you want to vote for. My mama voted for Trump. That bitch hate me anyway. But anyways, my mama voted for him. And my mama go hard as shit for Trump. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you what my mama did. She bought the hat. She bought the t-shirt. She bought all that shit. And she bought, because she know I'm a registered Republican, right? That shit, you was shocked by that. Why you look at me like that? You was shocked. I am. But I know Republican and I know bullshit, right? But anyways, so my mama would come out with her Trump gear and I was like, bitch, where you going with that? You're not going with me with that. First of all, y'all see me, I can't do nothing. And then you already know I ain't in the hood. And plus, niggas getting beat up at his show. So I'm like, fuck it. So, hold on, I lost train of thought. Chemo brain is kicking in. What was I talking about, y'all?
Two-faced bitches.
Oh, yes, these white. All right, so this is it. Kimmy, I love her to death. Kimmy would say to me when we were working together, she was like, Kelly, I don't know about her, right? When a white woman tells you they don't know about her and her is another white woman, that's saying stay the fuck away from that bitch. When a white woman says to you, that ain't my cup of tea, and she ain't my cup of tea, that is her telling you that is a racist bitch right there. And when a white woman I don't think I want to participate right now because I have to deal with some family stuff, that means they don't fuck with you at all. And see, that's the thing. We need to learn to listen to how white women speak, right? If we knew how they spoke, we would have known these bitches was gonna set us up at the election booth, so we could have done other things. That's where Kamala failed at, because she couldn't read these white bitches that set her ass up. All right. Another thing that the election taught me is, as a homeless dyke, you like that name dyke, don't you? You do want to call me a motherfucking dyke. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. Nah, but for real, cancer was difficult for me because I lost my job, lost my place. It was rough. Gotcha. You know, I realized that as a homeless guy, battling cancer, relying on Obamacare, with food stamps, and fighting for SSI, I realized this. My mother voted for Trump. She really fucking hates me. This bitch really I realized my motherfucking hates me. Because the bitch know all about that shit. All about my shit, y'all. And she voted for him. But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for listening to my bullshit. And thank you.
Clap it up for Kim. She went real political. She's letting the steam out on stage as she should do. Because the day after Trump won, she was backing on so she was like, fuck cunt, you cunts, and everybody that voted for was a cunt. I'm gonna kill all y'all niggas. I'm shooting everybody. I'm like, damn, I voted for Trump. I thought you loved me, God. Because I was, America definitely needed a change with Kamala Harris, whether you think she's black or not. I think she just leaned on her identity politics too tough. And whoever was trying to coach her in her blackness, they didn't do too good of a job, man. Because it's like Kamala Harris, who was your favorite rapper in the 80s? Who you used to listen to? I used to listen to Tupac Shakur and Snoop Dogg. Tupac Shakur and Snoop Dogg was 13 in the 80s, so she's lying right there. But we got past that shit. We got past it. And then Kamala was also known for locking a lot of black men up for weed. But she giggled and laughed about smoking weed in college. But I looked past that, because we did things in our past, we changed as we get older. I couldn't hold her to that. But when she said she would make a mean batch of collard greens, I had to freeze up. Because I'm like, who the fuck taught how to cook collard greens? Since when have Indians been known to make collard greens? Never. Since when have Jamaicans ever been known to cook collard greens? Never. Now some Jamaicans like, oh, she make callaloo. No. Callaloo is not collard greens. It got the same syllable, start with a C, but it's not the same thing. And this is the thing, this is when I was out, Kels. This is when I was out with Kamala Harris. Because not only did she lie about cooking collard greens, She talking about, and girl, I had so much collard greens to cook, I had to put them in the I had to wash them in the bathtub. Listen, I don't give a fuck how delicious those collard greens are. No black history in the history of blackdom will ever prepare food in the bathroom. Once she said that, she lost 60% of the vote. Y'all should have been coaching her blackness, because niggas ain't cooking no collard greens in the bathtub. All the niggas crying that she lost, I asked this question and nobody can answer. So I was like, okay, she lost, but she bringing a big ass batch of collard greens. Thanksgiving was last week. If she came to your house with those motherfucking collard greens, would you put them on the table? Would you try them greens? Would you sample some of her nasty ass greens? But then I thought about it. She said she cooked them in the bathroom. And she's Indian, right? And if you watch a lot of those Indian street food videos, the motherfuckers, they don't be having no shoes on, their feet be next to the soup, you know what I'm saying? They be mixing the soup with their feet, they put the soup in a bag. They put the soup in a bag and shit and give it to us like, yo, you know what? She probably did cook those collard greens in the bag. All right, coming next to the stage, man. Good friend of mine, he just tore it down last month. I'm not trying to get you to come back there to Linda tomorrow if you want to come, because you did a good job. So they would love to see you back again. Coming next to the stage, Christian Hernandez. If you adjust it, it's this one, not this one, this one.
Well, I already forgot about the knobs. It's all right. I'm just going to stand up. It looks like I'm sitting, but listen, I'm just this tall, everybody. If I fell sideways on my stomach, I'll be even taller. I'll be 6'4" instead of 5'4". I don't know about y'all Thanksgiving, yo, but that shit got me tired the fuck out. They were basting my ass for 8 hours, hoping I'll get ready in time. But like, Mo knows, I'm never on schedule, yo. I'm always late as a turkey. Man, hit you now, right? About me being the turkey, gobble gobble right now. I ain't gonna say too much, because then I'm gonna get tired and out of breath, because I'm fat, everybody. You know what I do for work? Everything, everybody. Because I'm Spanish, so I gotta do all the jobs to pay all the bills. Especially now that Trump won, I gotta make all the money I can to send that before he kicks me out, everybody. Because he's looking for my ass already. There ain't so many Chinese spot eating the cat and the dogs, and he's like, I'm gonna get you now. I'm gonna get you now. But here's the trick, everybody. Every time he sees me, I just tell him I'm a different name. Well, yeah, you're Christian, right. No, man, I'm Jose. I don't know what you're talking about. Comes to me and I say, yeah. Jose, I got your ass now. Nah, man, I'm Pablo. What are you talking about? Like, no, I got you. Hey, I'm Carlos. What the fuck you mean? Leave me alone already. But that's what's nice about being Latino. I can be wherever you want me to be. I'll be your planter. I'll be your highway paver. I'll be your crossing guard. I'll be whatever you want me to be, y'all. Because like I said, I gotta work all these jobs. Because when he sends me back, I ain't gonna use none of the walk back. I gotta walk back in this bitch. You see these boots? These are coming back straight from the jungle. You know how long it took me to walk? It said 6,000 miles, everybody. And that's not a fake number. That's how long it really took me. I don't know where to go else from that, because I went off the drive. I like, I'm gonna start buffering now. So if I start talking Spanish, my man right here is gonna translate for you guys. But I know y'all been watching Dora back in the day. Because if you did, you would have recognized me as her cousin, Diego. That was before the surgery. But now I got this turkey in me, still incubating. So, you know, I ain't that small no more. I still can fit in an orange crate if you need me to go anywhere. Because I'm a drug reader too, everybody. Kind of like those monsters or those aliens from my Star Wars. Those little camel ones that you just cut open. You know, to stuff yourself inside, because it's cold. You need to get warm. Like, it's winter now, so you need a fat guy like me. Like, you see this stomach? You can put things under here. You can fit a child. You can fit a Christmas tree. You can fit a car, your catalytic converter, whatever you want it to be. Like I said, I'm Latino. I'm going to steal your catalytic converter to you and sell it back to you, because I'm also a mechanic. I buy cars for cheap because I can't afford nothing else. My car has a check engine light on constantly. Every time a new problem comes on, it just looks at me and winks like, that's another one. And it's just like, and another piece just flies behind me in the rear view. Just this past week, I had to change up my radiator and someone else's radiator. You know how hard it is to do that in the middle of the night while they're still sleeping so they don't wake up? That shit hard, everybody. Especially with the GM. Listen, it's not as easy as you slip in and you slip out. You take off the whole front end just to put it right back on. See, because his hands hurt everybody. These things are short and fat. I had a music teacher said I had sausage fingers. I couldn't play piano. She was right, but I could still play piano, everybody. That wasn't a joke. That was just a little fact. I was sharing too much about myself. You see these boxes? I came in these boxes tonight. I just had to sneak out the back to the kitchen because my shift started 5 minutes ago and I'm already late. That's why nobody's eating. That's why my man got to take his food to go. He said, I'm not waiting no more. Just give me the box. I don't even want the food, yo. I just want to act like I ate something. Just want to go home and just sleep for eating. Anyone else ever had that? Because I've had that every night. I know I look fat, but I go to sleep poor, everybody. And during the day, I like working as a cook. And now I'm here working as a comic. That means I'm being poor all the time, 3 times a day. It's almost like a doctor, you know. Spend money, throw money out the window, you'll be all right. Speaking about throwing and spending out some money, if any of you got some spare change, I would gladly take it. Like I said, I'm still poor while sitting up here. I'm losing money while sitting on this chair right now. My phone's pinging off with all the Ubers that's trying to ask me to keep them around because, like I said, I'm poor, so I gotta work all the jobs. Speaking about all the jobs, the reason why I got all the jobs is because I got 1,000 kids. And I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but I work all the jobs. I worked as a cruise ship, I worked as a catering, like, that's a light. I didn't have nowhere to go with that, so I'm ending on that. Good night, everybody.
That's another comic that got his start right here, and I'm seeing this motherfucker develop, starting to get himself a tight little act, no Diddy, you know what I'm saying? We got one more comic, and then if the comedians want to stick around, we'll do a quick little riff bowl. You can grab a topic or two and just riff on it for like a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to get the numbers back up in this bitch. Coming next to the stage, I have not seen this man since he came back from the insane asylum. Could you clap it up for Tyler McDonald?
Oh man, I was counting on that riff there, you know, I got nothing. What's new? What are we doing? We got people, you two-faced piece of shit. Fuck I just went to Europe, and it was the first time I ever got my dick sucked by a non-prostitute in Europe. Isn't that crazy? That's a great enthusiasm. Fantastic. Oh man, the other day I was at a urinal, right? I was pissing in the men's bathroom, and someone came in. I had my phone in my hand, right? I was texting, and they were like, "What are you sending dick pics?" I was like, "Dude, no. I'm receiving dick pics from my dad." Someone shot a topic. Well, let's talk about topics of things. What should we talk about? What's new? What do we...
Aliens in the ocean.
Don't do all of
Did you say ambient in the ocean?
Aliens in the ocean.
I love aliens in the ocean. I love aliens in general. I've been seeing aliens all the time. I swear to God, if you smoke the drug DMT, you go to another dimension and you see aliens. I've been smoking DMT every day for like several weeks. It's a true thing. Like, you YouTube it. It's real. There's aliens and they're like they show you things and they're really cool. They're aliens. My dad wrote a thing about aliens that's several hundred pages. He said no one can read until after he dies. And he's met every major UFO author. Bud Hopkins, one of the biggest UFO authors, non-fiction authors of all time. My dad was very good friends with him. He says he's been abducted by aliens over 80 times. My dad says that, Walter laughing. That's aliens. I love aliens. I think about aliens every day of my life. I literally do. The other day I was at DMT and a bunch of aliens with triangle heads that were like rainbow and were sending like hieroglyphic messages and were performing some sort of interdimensional surgery on me. That's aliens. Everything's aliens. I like aliens a lot. I obsess with aliens. I literally think about aliens all day long. There's a book, Intruders. There's a book, Missing Time. There's like a bazillion alien books. They're so good to read. That's a real thing. Before Hollywood made aliens out to be this big crazy thing, there's like thousands of people who were talking about, hey, there's a big bright light, I lost all this time, and I have these vague memories of these aliens they're doing things to me with sperm and eggs, and it's a very well-documented thing that's happened to hundreds of thousands of people throughout human history. I love it. What about the ocean? What do you mean the ocean? What are you talking about?
They say that aliens are living in the ocean.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. They have big eyes, very large, and they're gray. They're not green. They're called the grays. And actually, I knew a family called the Greys, and one of them tried to molest my sister when she was 8 years old. Unrelated to aliens, Evan Gray. This is Joe Rogan. Oh, he also smokes DMT. Coincidence, what a small world. A man with a topic, a man with Joe Rogan. There's Greys. One of them will try to molest my sister once. It's aliens. It's an alien life. It's a Joe Rogan life. I don't like Joe Rogan. It's too bald. I'm just kidding. I like bald people. I like bald people, especially Nogri. One time I was going to have a show of only bald comics, and I was going to shave my head and we're all bald. Aliens are bald. You're bald under there, probably. Because you said something about chemo. I'm probably bald under my wig as well. As far as I know. I don't know. Drying glasses, bald. What else is new? Aliens, water. What kind of topic? Someone give some sort of topic. Some sort of.
Getting outed by the parliament.
What'd you say?
French government getting outed by the.
I don't even know what the parliament is. I'm very uneducated as far as politics go. I have no idea what the parliament is. I don't know what Brexit is. I don't know anything. I am the most uneducated person as far as public. What is French? French subways people get beat up on sometimes. That's all I know about France. My girlfriend's going to Japan soon, and they have a lot of gropings that they call kavankas or some shit that happen there. So that'll probably happen there. Yeah, I don't know what it's. What's a good topic? Someone have a top.
The Mexican president said that if, hold on, let me.
Go on, I'm listening.
I think you can piggyback
Yeah.
on that. The Mexican president says that, okay, if Trump is gonna raise tariffs on us, guess how much you're gonna pay for your avocados? How much you think we're gonna pay for our avocados after these tariffs?
Oh, that's a good point. Do most avocados come from Mexico? Oh, really? Oh, cool. Oh, man, I want to swallow an avocado pit whole and then grow avocados just to tax the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea what I'm saying. One more topic. Throw some topic
Mexicans
around.
supporting Americans.
Mexicans supporting Americans? Do they do that? Really? Oh, that's good. They should do that. It's like retaliation because we did that to them probably once or whatever. Or probably currently. Aliens are good. I love aliens so goddamn much, and I'm just thinking about aliens. You guys ever hear the Nordic aliens? So you'll be like in a hospital, and you'll like have someone will come in, very blonde hair and blue eyes, and they'll say, "Oh, your vibrational frequency was wrong. We fixed that for you." And then they'll disappear, and then you'll have like some miracle cure, and no one will have any idea who the doctor was. And it's like a thing that's happened like a ton of times before. Isn't that crazy? Look it up, the Nordics. It's a type of aliens. There's the Nordics, there's the Greys, there's the all the DMT entities, the machine elves, the jesters. They want to give you orbs for some reason, and if you take the orbs, you fall into other dimensions. They showed this blue girl with like 90 eyeballs 2 nights ago.
Has any of this happened while you're
Well, the alien abduction, the regular abductions were when I wasn't tripping, when I was a kid. I don't remember them. You don't remember it, but you re-remember if you go under hypnosis, and then they bring it up. You like miss time. Here's how an abduction happens consciously. You'll be driving somewhere, right? You'll be driving, and then you'll see like a big bright light or some sort of UFO thing, and then you'll be like, that's weird, and then you'll get home, and you'll be like, why is it 2 a.m? My friend lives 10 minutes away, and I left his house at 11:30 p.m. That's so strange. And then suddenly you have like these big anxiety attacks when you see things that look like UFOs or like look like aliens. You don't know what it's about. And then you go to like hypnosis, and then they like bring back the memory, and it's like this big terrifying thing. And people don't like it. Like people, they don't like being abducted by aliens. And that's why it's weird when, it's like ghosts and aliens, they sound like crazy things. I don't really know what I know about ghosts, but I do know that I very firmly believe in aliens because it's like people don't like talking about it. They get embarrassed to talk about it because you can't tell anyone you got abducted by aliens because that's like, it's socially unacceptable. You sound like a crazy person. And it's like a traumatic thing for most people. Like, it's extremely traumatic. But it's something that tens of thousands of people have experienced before. Look up Bud Hopkins. There's actually a new Netflix documentary about him. The book Missing Time, the book Intruders, pretty much like any nonfiction UFO thing. It's really cool. It's very interesting. I love aliens so goddamn much. Give it up for Marina, right?
If we've learned anything in that set, don't take DMT. Actually, I want to try it. I keep hearing about it. It's a mushroom that makes you almost see God. But I have such an addictive personality. I mean, I've done edibles a lot, like weed edibles, so I know what it feels. I have an altered state of consciousness, but I know like weed comparing edibles to DMT is like, you know what I'm saying, comparing a fingerprint to like a machete chopping or some shit like that. You did DMT too? You tried it? You definitely. You look like your nickname is Yeah, man. That's just, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, man. It's like Buddha reincarnated. Like you really are, you know. You got the Fu Manchu, like the goatee and everything. That shit is crazy, man. Like you know you had a good night's sleep when you wake up on an alien ship. That's some good ass. Like, oh, she just wake up. Oh, man, I sleep like I'm like, what the fuck? I was sleeping good than the motherfucker. They got these aliens. Why is it always sexual? Like, how come the aliens don't never do nothing positive? You know what I'm saying? It's like the people that got abducted by the aliens in the early 1900s, they're the aliens that taught them like how to use like microwaves and like different types of track flying and shit like that. You know, cell phones. Like they say like aliens gave like Albert Einstein these ideas. You see like the aliens of the 2000s, they all on Twitter, they just watch porn and they just want to probe us. That's all they want to do, is want to just fuck. That's it. It's just that when it comes down to it, it comes down to just penetrating humans with probes in your alien booty. That's what it's, that's what the Bible is all about. Big Bang Theory is about coming. That's all. When you bang it out, you come, you explode your spaceships into a planet, and then the semen is like the spaceships. The semen hits the egg, that's like the planet, and then the humans populate the shit. It's the same fucking shit, the same cycle, the same axis on every planet. It's the same axis on every atom in the body. It's all interconnected. I can be deep too, motherfucker. This is without drugs. Riff bowl, we got a bowl full of silly topics. You grab one, grab two, just riff on each one for like a minute. You don't gotta talk too much, because I want to get the hell out of here. Actually, we got a comedy showcase tomorrow night at Lennon's in Hamden, Connecticut, hosted by like one of my comedy big brother, Lawrence Owens, one of the funniest motherfuckers in America. You guys are all welcome. If y'all want guest spots and want to pull up, I'll inbox you, let you know. If you want to come down in front of a real audience, it's a black audience, you understand, so you got to bring this shit. If you don't bring it, they will kill you, literally. Like I've invited comedians there that no longer here, they're in the obituary, you know what I'm saying? They cut their body up, they serve soul food, you might become the cuisine if you don't do it. No, I'm just joking. But riff ball, I'm gonna shuffle my hand through this, see if I can riff on it. Muffin tops. Muffin tops. The muffin top is the better part of the muffin than the actual muffin. Like they actually sell that by itself, like just the top part, because I know you done had a few muffin tops. You see like a top that you'll take one muffin top, another muffin top, a ball of ice cream in that motherfucker, and then eat that shit together like, yeah, I'm diabetic. Oh, give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck about you, I'm gonna fuck about Skill, I'm gonna fuck about Raheem, I'm gonna fuck about myself. I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And I'm always more of a man than you, so I think you ain't gonna be shit. What's that from? You know what that's from. What's that from? Juice. Yeah, he knows Juice here. He's like Tyler. DMT should have told you I was quoting Tupac Shakur in the movie Juice that came out in 1991. The famous high school locker room and locker scene with Omar Epps. Yeah, you know what that shit is. Carol Moore, she didn't know. She doesn't know. Yeah, it's a muffin top. Because y'all thought I was going to talk about muffin tops with the women, but that's the whole, that is the magic of comedy. You don't give them the obvious shit that they're thinking of. I just taught you a lesson, motherfucker. This is why I do this shit.
Honestly, I didn't think you were talking about eating, but I understand now.
You understand?
But I was thinking about eating.
Eating muffin tops? So you was going in, you was thinking about eating some pussy, that's what it is. You know, sexually frustrated. You know what's funny though? But when she get drunk, she like white dick though. That's the weirdest thing ever. You said it! You did! You was on the DMT, you did! You was like, you know what? When I'm sober, I like pussy, but when I'm drunk, want to. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Fuck back. He told you what I
No,
said.
you literally said it right in front of everybody. You did.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I would never put you on blast like that.
That was that cocaine.
Damn, you well, fuck it. You know you want cancer, you might as well use every drug possible. But what if crack is a cure to cancer? Though?
Well, no, you gotta understand.
What if?
Like my girl Whitney said,
Go ahead.
crack is whack. I do cocaine.
Oh, cool. Whitney was doing it. She was doing it. She said it herself. It's funny when drug addicts try to make some shit to make themselves look better. You was doing crack. Stop it. I don't know. I saw this one crackhead, like prostitute, and she was like, she had AIDS, right? I was like 14. I overheard her argue with somebody. She had AIDS, and she was trying to put down this other prostitute that had AIDS, but she was talking to her homeboy, and she was like, I got AIDS, but I got AIDS because I got a drug habit. She got AIDS because she a hoe. Like, to me, being a hoe is a natural human thing. Using crack is some man-made shit. The hoe is always better than the crack. That's all I'm trying to say. At any rate, coming next to the stage, if I can remember, I think the next person that was on the list that wants to do the riffing thing, Miss Kara Amore. You grab one topic, two topic, whatever.
Nah, do it. I got real tipsy backsies.
I don't even know what I could do.
No, just put it back when you do it.
Oh, God. Mine is breastfeeding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, breastfeeding. You like my rap? You know what it is about breastfeeding? So I breastfed my son for a year, you know, I didn't make a lot of milk in the beginning, you know, which is kind of scary because you have to feed a human being, you know. So they recommended that I use this herb called fenugreek, and it's a real thing, and it was great, but it makes your milk smell like maple syrup. I know. So every time we would like pass an IHOP, my husband would want to fuck me. He's like, we gotta get home fast. Like, that shit smells too good. Because then I started to get a lot of milk, you know? And he's fucking squeezing it, shooting in his mouth. And he was like, oh my God, this is so good. I was like, you gotta save some for the baby, you know? The problem with breastfeeding though is, you know, the kid usually likes one breast more than the other, you know, so you start to become like lopsided. It's fucked up, right? Because then you got like one titty hanging out down here. You got one hanging. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more. That was good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because the other one I was gonna have, would not have done well. Yeah, sing. Okay. I don't know what this is.
Reno?
Robot me?
Yeah, like a robot wife or robot spouse, my bad.
Elon Musk girlfriend.
Like a robot as your sex robot.
Oh, okay.
Sex
Okay,
robot.
okay. So I think robots are actually, well, because AI is really becoming like the best thing, right? You know, like I don't know, does anybody use AI?
Yeah.
I mean, all the time, right?
I built it.
You build AI? Oh my God. I have to tell you though, I just came a little. I did. I came a little when he said that. He builds AI. I'm like, because, you know, it's like, it just keeps getting better and better, right? So I'm thinking, why wouldn't I want to fuck a robot, right? Because they have AI. So I can just tell it what I want. And then every time it's like, you know what? I think you're going to want this. And you're going to want that. And I'm like, oh, I would just, right? You just give me better and better orgasms. Why wouldn't I want a robot me? It'd be the best thing in the world. All right, I'm Kara. Thank you. That's nice to know.
Clap it up for Kara. You said you design AI?
I do data science and then I do the AI.
Clap it up for Bill deGrasse Tyson. Bill. Bill deGrasse. I had that in the chamber, so you said it. I had it in the chamber, man. Coming next to the stage for that Riff Bowl. Chuck it along. Check it along. Check it along.
Thank you, brother. All right. All right, let's see. Oh, man.
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, the one thing that the only thing, whenever I think about Serena Williams, I think about her at Wimbledon. I didn't even say that right. No, it was the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open when she wore them shorts. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Ball doing splits.
Her ass was everywhere, then some more. Oh God, that's the only thing I think about Serena. But here's the thing, I did meet her at Ben's Chili Bowl in Washington, D.C., near Howard University. And she's an asshole. Yeah, I mean, considering the bitch came from Compton, right? Ain't got shit either. I mean, that bitch is an asshole. I mean, she was like, whoa. She acted like a white woman towards us.
Now she looks like that. You don't like that one?
I don't know what it is. White Castle, fuck yeah. New York City, every time I got high, we went to White Castle. I mean, White Castle, you know what? White Castle, what the fuck do they do to the burgers? Somebody gotta be putting their ass in it, because I love to eat ass. Because I'm trying to tell you something, that White Castle sliders, they good as fuck, yo. Good soup? All right, thank you guys for listening to my movie.
White Castle was also the original name of the White House before. No, I'm just fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? England is the White Castle and America is the White House. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what it is. You know? In England, they call French fries chips. You know what I'm saying? They call French fries chips. They call cookies biscuits. And they call vagina dick. Anyway, coming up this. It's different words, man. You know what I'm saying? Different places, man. I can't wait to suck on some dick later on. He's talking about his wife and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The words are a little misconstrued, man. No, that's why British people, they are gay, though. You know what I'm saying? They all talk like this. It's a very good thing. You know what I mean? You can't put a thing in your voice if you wasn't putting a thing in your mouth. You know what I mean? Just coming at your stage. Christian Hernandez. Grab the topic, grab the topic.
Miracle Whip or Hellman's? A white person definitely wrote this, or at least a black man that has to put hot sauce in her Hellman's sandwich. This reminds me of the scene from Undercover Brother, like he just got the wristwatch. Oh, this is you. I know this is you. You got the wristwatch, you got the hot sauce in your pocket, like Batman, like, so never know. I think that you would say, baby, that tuna salad is so good. And then he goes to eat her tuna salad, you know? Don't talk about mayonnaise. Super Nintendo. I never had a Super Nintendo because I was poor. So I had bullies in my neighborhood that made me watch from outside the window. I don't know why I still didn't watch it, but I just walked in participating with them. And I'd just be there like people talk like, guys. Yeah! We're having fun! And they just close the blinds on me like, I'm like, get out of here, Robin.
Yeah, that's some real shit. Chris can become my favorite fucking comedy. That shit's crazy. Coming up to the stage and the last of the evening, Tyler! Man, they call him MacDonald.
Aliens, are you goddamn kidding me? It fucking says aliens. That's what goddamn guy. Oh god, that was funny. Hunter Biden. Oh, what? That's crazy. I haven't anything to say about it. Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels? Toaster strudels. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck would choose Pop-Tarts over goddamn toaster strudels? Would you choose a toaster strudel over goddamn Pop-Tart or a Pop-Tart over goddamn toaster strudel? This guy's crazy. Doesn't even know. Raise your hand if you choose, yeah, toaster strudel because of the cream and stuff. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's orgasmic. It's like, it reminds me of my parents. Magic Carpet. I like that song Magic Carpet Ride by Steven Steppenwolf or whatever it is, right? It's a good song. One time I watched the movie Aladdin and there was a magic carpet. Give it up for Earl Green, everybody. Fantastic.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I have it on a new open mic that I do every Monday at the R Sports Bar and Grill in Middletown, Connecticut. I'll put another blast out there. But next Wednesday, I won't be here. Kevin Doty and Emily Seguro, they'll actually be co-hosting. And Emily's doing something with the toy drive. So if you comedians are bringing like an unwrapped toy, she'll give you like a couple extra minutes or what have you. She'll put, I'm gonna put the flyer together and stuff like that, and you will hear more about it. But that's pretty much it. And y'all have yourselves a good evening. I am out. I'll play this out. That's